I'll bet your parents remember it. And this is a fun game to play with them at home. The way Mad Libs works is you ask someone a question and they don't know what you're going to do with the information. They just have to answer it, and then you tell a story with their answers. So our program might look something like this. We have a sprite that asks a noun or a person, place, or thing. So they're asking us to give them the noun. And what we're going to do is we're going to type it in this box. And then they're going to click go or something. And then it's going to go to the next part. An adjective, big, small, red, to help the user out. And then they're going to type in their answer in this box and click on that go button. Then finally, they're going to say, well, let's have a verb or an action. And we'll have our box here where they type in their answer and then click go again. And then the program will tell the story, and the sprite will say, once upon a time, a noun, whatever they give you for a noun, came to my, whatever they give you for an adjective, school. And verb, through the halls. It could be anything. It could be an elephant came to my small school and sat through the halls. Not the funniest thing ever, but these can get a lot funnier when you use really interesting words. So that's our storyboard. That gives us a sense for what this might look like. Let's go ahead and get started on our project. We'll go to New Project. And we'll go inside our project. So far, so good. We'll call it Mad Libs to get us started. Mad Libs. So far, so good. So to get this program started, like a lot of the others, we'll start with a flag for when clicked. And then we want our sprite to ask a question. And in fact, let's go over and take a look at the sensing. And you see here how it says ask and wait. What if we did something like this? Let's pull this over and say, please type a noun. A noun is a person, place, or thing. Okay, so they've asked that question. Let's just check it out and see what it looks like. Oh, look, we got a little check out. Please type a noun. A noun is a person, a place, or thing. Perfect, a noun, an elephant. We click, and nothing happens because we didn't say what to do with it yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce some variables. And we're going to make a variable. We're going to call it noun. We're going to click OK. Now we're going to go back to our variables, our data. We're going to say set noun to. We're going to sensing, and we're going to say the answer. Whatever our user enters will now be saved as noun, which is kind of cool. And then we could start our story. We could say, we go back to data, noun. Let's see how that works. Please type a noun, a person, place, or thing. Elephant. Let's see what happens. And our sprite says elephant. Perfect. It works great. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to move this off to the side. We'll use that later. We're going to ask another question. Ask, please type an adjective. A describing word like big or red. You probably guessed we're going to go back into data and we're going to make a variable. We're going to call it adjective. So far so good. We're going to click OK. And we're going to set our adjective to, you probably guessed it, the answer. This is why we had to create the variables. If we'd always left it for answer, there'd only be one value, because every time we get a new answer, the value changes. And we want to know what that adjective is. We want to save that for the end. You'll see how this works. And finally, we'll ask, please type a verb. a verb sorry about that, a verb is an action word. There we go. A verb is an action word. And then I'm sure you've probably already done it. We're gonna set, and now we need to create a new variable. Can't rush ahead. Verb. Click OK. And we're gonna set the value of verb to the answer. So far, this is probably making a lot of sense, which is pretty awesome. Then we're going to tell our story. So, here we go. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. And note, can you see how that's creating a problem? It can only say either the text or the noun. So that's okay. So we're going to say a, and now we're going to add in, creating some drama, blank. Came to my, probably guessed it, what are we going to say there? Adjective, school, and oops, blank. There's our verb. Through the hallways. Let's see what it looks like. Let's run it. Please type a noun. Let's type in the noun elephant. Please type in an adjective. Small. Please type in an action word. Sit. Once upon a time, a elephant came to my small school and sit through the hallways. Again, not the funniest Mad Libs ever. You can probably do better, but I think you get the idea. The big lesson here was how to ask for a question, create a variable, and then set the variable based on our input, and then use it to do something fun. And I'll bet you'll have a lot of fun playing this with your friends. And up here, this will tell you what the user entered. If you don't like those and you want to hide those, it's no problem. All you have to do is just grab it and delete it. And if you'd rather, we can go back into this and we can say hide. And we can do that all the way at the beginning. So that way if somebody runs it more than once, it'll show up. So let's run it now. And you see that? The verb's now gone. Let's go back and do that again. Hide. Adjective. We can make this noun. And hide. Verb. Perfect. Now let's run it. And now we don't see those. And there's lots of little tweaks you can make that would make this a little more interesting, a little more fun. I hope you had a blast, and I look forward to seeing your Mad Libs. When you're done, we can share it. Just click on the share button. You'll get your project link right up here. So you can highlight that and Control-C on a PC or Command-C on a Mac. And then go ahead and go into your email, and you can send an email to somebody and let them know to go check out your site so they can leave you some comments. Hey, good luck. Happy programming. Talk to you soon.